Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and the annual AliExpress anniversary sale is upon us. I made a list of 10 watches I think are worth checking out during the sale. I tried making it a diverse list, so you're going to see a bit of everything here. We are going to have divers, dress watches, pilots and sports watches. All have one thing in common: they all present great value for money. Before we jump to the list, let me just remind you of the same few things I make a point of mentioning each time I make one of these videos. Add the things you're thinking of buying to your carts now. This way you reserve them for yourselves if the demand is very high, but you also earn AliExpress coins that you can later exchange for discounts. And this is a new thing, sometimes you even get gifts and additional discounts from the sellers just for securing your business with them. Always check if there are coupons available to make the price even lower before you check out. There usually are, and it's a shame not to use them. I made a video a long time ago about saving money while shopping on AliExpress. Check it out if you want to learn more. Also, all of the watches in my previous AliExpress sales videos are back on sale, so check them out for even more options, as well as all of the watches I reviewed from AliExpress. Okay, without further ado, let's dive right into the list. You'll find all the links to these watches in the description of this video. The first watch is a new release from Pagani Design, a homage. Yes, we are going to have a few of those on the list today. A homage to the Rolex Explorer 2 GMT, the PD1682. The design is pretty much a copy-paste from the Rolex Explorer 2. You have either a black or a white dial, Mercedes-style hands, Rolex-style applied and loomed indices, the Pagani design logo under the 12 o'clock triangle, and GMT automatic water-resistant 10 bar or 100 meters above the 6 o'clock baton. On the 3 o'clock position we have a date complication window with a date magnifier on that sapphire crystal covering the dial. The orange GMT hand on both colorways really pops and complements the text on the dial. We have a 24 hours bezel. The case is made of stainless steel. It is brushed on top and polished on the sides of the case. It is 42mm wide and 12mm thick. The distance between the lugs is 20mm, and it also features an exhibition case back, showing off the Mingzhu DG5833A automatic GMT movement that both hacks and hand winds and has that date complication. The crown on the 3 o'clock position is signed and screws down into place and is also protected with crown guards. The price during the sale is going to be $125.99, and with coupons you can take the price at least $11 lower, and you do also get an additional $1 of discount for every $33 you pay. And also, if you add the watch to the cart before the sale starts and add it to your favorites by clicking the heart icon, you will get a gift NATO strap from Pagani Design. I think that's a pretty good deal. Next up we have a bronze diver from SteelDive, an Oris 65 homage. This one has a CUSN8 bronze case. It is 42mm wide, 13.6mm thick. The lug to lug is 50.5 and the distance between the lugs is 20mm. It has a domed sapphire crystal and both a screw-down crown and a screw-down case back. It features 200 meters of water resistance, so it's an actual dive watch. It features the almighty NH35A movement by Seiko. We're going to see quite a few watches with the NH35 in them today, so this information applies to them as well. It has 24 joules and it beats at 21,600 beats per hour. That makes the seconds hand tick 6 times each second and creating that sweeping effect of the seconds hand. It has 41 hours of power reserve, which means you can put the watch down for a couple of days and it will still tick when you pick it up later. It hacks. That means that when you pull the crown out to set the time, the seconds hand stop, allowing you to accurately set the time, and it hand winds as well. It features Seiko's Dash Shock protection system that will protect the movement against the drops and blows of everyday life. We have a domed sapphire crystal, providing both a vintage look and high scratch resistance. The bezel itself is bronze as well. It is a 120 click unidirectional bezel with a lumed pip to mark the 12 o'clock location. The watch has a blue Fumi dial. That means that it graduates from a dark blue on the edge of the dial all the way to lighter blue on the center of the dial. We have a printed minute track and applied gilt indices, all filled with old radium superluminova lume. That means that you get that vintage look of Fautina, if you like that. The SteelDive logo is under the 12 o'clock marker, and the date complication window is at the 6 instead of an indice, and automatic 200 meters is printed in white above that. The watch comes on either a leather strap or a rubber strap, and during the sale it is going to go for $252.72, and that's a great deal for a bronze dive watch. Next is this gorgeous Grand Seiko Homage by Lobini, the Lobini L12026. It's a really nice and elegant dress watch with no less than 5 different colorways. All are beautiful in my opinion. You got a beautiful dial with applied indices and applied minute markers, really nicely done dolphin style hands, a date complication on the 3 o'clock position surrounded with an applied silver frame, Lobini Interlaken, that's the full brand's name, under the 12 o'clock marker, and above the 6 o'clock, automatic. This is a very slim watch with a nice set of dimensions. The stainless steel case is 39mm wide, only 8.8mm thick. You get a 20mm lug width if you want to change the leather strap the watch comes on. It has a not too shabby 50 meters of water resistance, which is great for a dress watch. It features a sapphire crystal. The movement beating inside of it is a Seagull ST1230. It's a clone of the ETA 2824 or the Sellita SW200. So you get an automatic movement with 40 hours of power reserve, 26 joules, and it beats at a higher beat rate of 28,800 beats per hour. That means that the seconds hand ticks 8 times each second, and that creates a very smooth sweeping effect. It also hacks and hand winds. During the sale, this watch is going to cost you $161, which might not be a huge discount from the original price, but I think still presents a great value for your money for a beautiful and elegant watch with a high beat movement inside of it. Next watch is a great everyday watch, a perfect watch for a day at the office or at school. If you want a watch that is both extremely affordable and solidly built, automatic and with a stainless steel case, this is it. The Berny AM038M. Its case is made of stainless steel. It is 40mm wide, 12mm thick, 22mm between the lugs, and it only weighs 75 grams on the supplied leather strap, so you're not going to get wrist fatigued from walking around with it all day. You can choose between a black dial and a white dial, with either printed lines hour markers, or printed lines and 12, 3 and 9 numerals. Either way, you're going to get a date complication at the 6 o'clock position, Berny under the 12 o'clock marker, automatic and sapphire above the 6. According to the listing, this watch actually has a mineral glass coated with a layer of sapphire. The design is reminiscent of Mondane's Swiss railway watch, but is not a direct copy of it. The listing doesn't say which automatic movement is inside this watch, but it's probably some Chinese movement. This watch has 50 meters of water resistance to meet your daily needs, and during the sale it is going to go for only $39.60. Next up is another diver with a twist, the Addiesdive MY-H9, an original design combining a vintage diver case and a Flieger dial. The case is made entirely of stainless steel. It is 40mm wide, 13mm thick including the high-domed sapphire crystal. The distance between the lugs is 20 millimeters. And if you choose to go with the stainless steel bracelet, with the solid links, solid end links, and folded clasp, the watch will weigh 163 grams. The bracelet has protruding male end links, a brushed finish on the side links, and high polished middle links. You can also go with a light brown suede leather strap if that's what you're into. The dial has a classic Type A Flieger design, gravel texture, and it features sword-style hands like you would find on pilots' watches, Addiesdive name and logo at the 12 o'clock position, automatic 200 meters above the 6. On the 3 o'clock position, a date complication, black numbers on a white wheel. This watch too is powered by the Seiko MY-H35, so you're going to get all the good stuff we mentioned before. It has a fully loomed ceramic bezel insert, and all the lume here is again that vintage style Super Luminova. During the sale, the price of this watch is going to drop to $121.52. Going back to dressy / casual territory, we have this Seagull Nomos Homage, a nice and slim hand-wound mechanical watch with blue-colored hands and a small seconds complication. It features a sapphire crystal and a stainless steel case that is 39 millimeters wide, only 8 millimeters thick. It has 20 millimeters lug width. It comes on a black leather strap, but you also get a stainless steel mesh bracelet as a gift. The dial has a classic and clean design of black printed numerals and lines to mark the hours, and a printed minute track. The hands are nice and sleek, and that small second subdial has this nice radial texture. It is powered by a Seagull ST17, a hand-wind only 17 joules movement that ticks at 21,600 bph and has 36 hours of power reserve. This watch is only water protected to 30 meters, which is actually okay for a dressier piece like this one. During the sale, it is going to go for $129.60, and you get an additional gift that I didn't figure out what it is, and you also get an additional $3 off of every $30 you pay. Next watch on our list of 10 watches to check out during the AliExpress anniversary sale is another beautiful automatic dress watch by a brand called Feice, but is spelled suspiciously similar to Feice's. In this case, it is just a poor choice by the brand, because they actually produce some very nice watches. This is a Bauhaus style watch, and you can choose between white or black dials, or a combination of the two in the form of a panda dial, a white dial with black subdials. Let's take a look at this beautiful white dial. It has a railroad track minute track around the outer edge, Roman numerals. This is a layered dial, so we have a countersunk power reserve indicator at the 12 o'clock position, and a countersunk small second subdial at the 6 o'clock position. The brand name is found at the 9 o'clock position, and on the 3 o'clock position, a date complication. The hands are vintage style, and they are nicely blued on the white dial version, and silver on the black dial version. This case too is made of stainless steel. It is 41 millimeters wide, 13.8 millimeters thick, with 20 millimeters between the lugs. It sports a sapphire crystal, 30 meters of water resistance, again fairly acceptable for this kind of watch. You can choose between a leather strap with a deployant clasp and a stainless steel bracelet. This watch is powered by a Chinese Hangzhou 2BA0. It is a 24 joules automatic movement with a power reserve of 40 hours. During the sale, it will cost either $170.99 or $189.99, depending on whether you choose bracelet or leather strap. I think that if you can overlook the horrible brand name, this is actually a great watch. Next up is this extremely cool dive watch from St. Martin. a Seiko Turtle Homage with 2 different dial options. You can choose between a fully loomed, 3D printed Great Wave of Kanagawa dial or a gorgeous blue mother of pearl dial. Either way, the dial features applied indices. Together with the hands, they are all filled with C3 Superluminova lume. With the Great Wave dial, you can choose between a date-only version with the Seiko NH35 movement or a day and date dial with the NH36 movement, which is basically the same as the NH35, only with the added day of the week. On the mother of pearl dial, you can choose between a completely sterile dial with no name or logo, or a branded dial with San Martin applied under the 12 o'clock marker, and automatic, water-resistant 200 meters, printed above the 6 o'clock in the sea. Both dials have a silver-colored chapter ring with a printed minute track. Both feature a stainless steel case that is 42mm wide, 13mm thick, 20mm between the drilled lugs, and they both come on a rubber waffle-style strap. They feature a sapphire crystal, a screw-down crown, and a screw-down case back. Both feature a 120-click unidirectional bezel, and will both go for $176.70 during the sale, and additional discount if you follow the store. We've gone almost through the entire list, and the 9th watch is another new release from Pagani Design. Again, Pagani Design do what they do best, copy and paste famous designs, and this time it is a Tudor Black Bay homage. You can go with the black and gilt, red black and gilt, black and blue dial, or all blue version. It features a 42mm wide stainless steel case, 14.5mm thick. The distance between the lugs is 20mm, and the case is mostly brushed, but really nicely polished on the chamfered edges. It features a domed sapphire crystal, C3 Superluminova lume, a very nice textured dial with a printed minute track, applied indices, the Pagani Design name and logo printed on the 12 o'clock position, automatic, water resistant, 100 meters, above the 6 o'clock in the sea, and Japan movement, referring to the NH35 that is powering this watch, on both sides of the 6 o'clock in the sea. We have Tudor style snowflake hands, a large crown on the 3 o'clock position that has a red ring on the part closer to the case. It comes on a solid stainless steel bracelet with solid links and solid end links, and the new Pagani Design fully milled clasp. The bracelet links are held with screws and has rivets, just like the Tudor Black Bay bracelet. During the sale, it is going to go for $119.99. And if you add the watch to the cart before the sale and follow the store, we also get additional $9 off and a free NATO strap. Last watch on our list today is a pilot's watch from Addiesdive, another NH35 powered watch. This one has a classic Type A Flieger design on the dial and pilot-style sword hands. It has 3 options of dial colors, matte black and blue or green with a sunburst effect. It has a printed minute track with boxes every 5 minutes, printed numerals 1 to 11, where the 3 o'clock gives its place to a date complication window, and a triangle with 2 dots on its sides marks the 12 o'clock position. Addiesdive name and logo is printed under the 12 o'clock marker, and automatic 200 meters is printed above the 6. You do have the option of a sterile dial if you want that, and you can also choose between a stainless steel engineered bracelet, a leather strap, or a NATO strap. The bracelet has solid links and solid end links, but does feature a fold-over pressed clasp. The case is entirely brushed, and it is 39mm wide, 12mm thick, 49mm from one lug tip to another. It features a sapphire crystal. The dial and hands are loomed with C3 Superluminova, and we do get a signed screw-down crown and case back, bringing this watch up to 200 meters of water resistance. and during the sale it is going to go for $76.96. Awesome value in my opinion. This is it, guys. Let me know what you think of my list of 10 watches. Tell me what you're planning on buying during the 11th anniversary sale on AliExpress. All the links to the watches I've shown you here today will be in the description of this video, as well as the link to the pre-sale page, where you can find additional deals across the entire AliExpress platform and access the sales coupon center. These are affiliate links that will not cost you anything extra, but will go a long way in helping this channel grow. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my affordable watch collection for a lot more affordable watches related content. There are always more watches coming in for review, so make sure you hit the notification bell as well, so you won't miss any of them. Also follow me on Instagram, where you can get to know me a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a personal level. Here are 2 more AliExpress lists from past sales. Check those out for even more options. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time.